Good afternoon, everyone. Just back from the gym, and I thought if I go up, then this message won't be possible because then too many things, and I'll just get sucked into the whole system. So instead of going up right out of my gym, now I'm just sitting here on a bench, and I wanted to do this message. I've been thinking of wanting to do this message for many days now, but I just try to avoid because you know how it is. We all have a white and a black side to it, and I work with parents primarily. So the black side inside says, no, don't rub the parents the wrong way, okay? Don't do it. But then the white side, and today the balance was tipped. When I was on the treadmill, and something inside said that do that which is right. And that's what matters. If it rubs somebody the wrong way, no problem. But do that which is right. Okay? So here I am. What I'm going to say, probably to some people, it may not sound very nice, and I apologize. It is in the ultimate and best interest of all children. As I always like to say, I work only for children. Parents, of course, through them, I'm trying to reach out to kids. So here we go. So many times on my group, on my WhatsApp group, and through various forums and various places, I have heard so much about various therapy centers, and so wrong about the people who are running the therapy centers. And literally, people are cursing. And I've heard this on my group also, on my personal WhatsApp also, that it's just kind of become like a routine run-of-the-mill thing. I just want to ask one question to one and all, okay? And please forgive me if I rub anybody the wrong way. But it's something to introspect. And before, you would want to get angry, I would want you to step back from the anger and think, go deep inside and think, does this pertain to me? If it does, what is it I need to do? Because at the end of the day, no matter what I do, at the receiving end is a little child who's my baby. Okay? And no matter what I do, that child will shape up into what he will shape up into, depending upon what is it that I did during the course of time. And the last and the most scary thing, it is irreversible. What is irreversible? Not the behaviors, of course, you can work on all of that and everything. The time lost is irreversible. So please, be careful about it. First thing I want to say is, when people go to a therapist, they go with so much of hope. They go with so much of, in them that, okay, some lightning was stuck onto me, okay? I was devastated. I understand when you get a piece of paper, a wretched piece of paper that says, your child has this condition. It's the most unkind thing to deal with. But all of us have gone through it. And if your child has a condition, you will go through it sooner or later. Another thing, you don't get a diagnosis, then in that case, so the child is totally doomed. Because you're not going to accept, you're not going to take any action. Then you're only thinking about yourself. Then don't say, I love my child. Okay? So, if you have a diagnosis and you know that your child has an issue, now all your hopes, you would pin onto a particular person that my misery this person is going to get me out of. At the same time, majority of time is going mulling over why God did this to me. Then you want immediate, you as in, I'm talking everybody, okay? I'm talking a philosophy, I'm talking a thought, I'm talking a psychology. I'm not finger pointing anybody. Then, first thing that I have realized as a parent of a child with special needs, a child with special needs is a gift from the heavens to improve us as human beings. So if I look at myself 10, 12, 15 years ago, a cribbing human being who's finding faults with people, who's only looking at the negative of life, to someone, even if the worst possible thing will happen, God forbid, then A, it is maybe because I had to repay somebody a past karmic debt, so God bless you, go. And B, it has gotten a lesson that I needed to learn, Thank you for making me a better human being. Maybe in terms of forgiveness, maybe in terms of patience. So the whole journey, whatever I did, it was not for Jay, it was for me. It made me a slightly better human being from what I was 15 years ago. So the first thing is we have to look at where is it that I'm only looking at the negative. So second, first is accept that yeah, the child has a condition and that is my child, okay? My child has a condition, somebody on the outside is trying to help. Please, it's not that you have a load or a burden on you, okay? I had this problem in my childhood, I had this in my young age, I had this non-supportive husband. On top of that, now this also. No. And then you say, I'm paying this person. This person is expected to, there's a huge sense of entitlement. This person is expected to take away my burden. 168 hours, not working hours, 168 hours in a week. Okay, remove the 8 hours, so 8 sevens are 56. So out of 168, roughly 110 hours. Take 100 hours. 100 hours may say, you take your kid for 3 hours for therapy, or 5 hours, or the brave ones for 6 hours. Okay? Out of 110, 6 hours for therapy. What happens in the remaining time? When we turn around to a child, and expect that, oh, my kid must do this. Are you not expecting Herculean stuff from the child just because he is going to a therapist for 1 hour? Yeah, on alternate days, that now he should learn this. What is my job as a parent? Where am I? Is my job enough by saying I did not get the right kind of therapists? People cheated me? Yeah. Another time I did a video on how, some therapist was just trying to pull a fast one, and me being aware was trying to give me the fear and trying to get my kid there. But being a aware and mindful parent, I knew where was this coming from and I could make the right decision. Okay. But that being said, that yeah, that is wrong at the end of the therapist, absolutely wrong. My question today here is, and I'm asking that to myself, who put a therapist in that situation, in that place? That thing, when he or she was, going through the degrees, did not go through the degrees to cheat people, right? Or was it? Did anybody in their heart say, I am becoming a therapist so that I can bring pain to people? I am becoming a therapist so that I can just devastate them, just take away their money, and 2 years later not have their kid anywhere? Was it like that? No. They wanted to help. But what magic is any human being on a possible ground going to be able to do with 3 hours out of 110 or 100 hours? What is my responsibility? Even if I'm spending half an hour cribbing to another person or criticizing that they don't do this, that half an hour is wasted because I've not spent it on my child to see how did my kid learn in this area. What stopped me from going back to the therapist and eating their head saying, this is what I tried at home, this is what I tried at home, this is what I tried at home? That therapist knowingly, unknowingly will get into a pressure situation and say, oh, I need to put in my best. There are centers that would allow people to sit inside and watch. But what is it that I as a parent am doing? I'm sitting and watching to see what? Ki kahan kami hai? What is it that the child, what is it that I can take home to say how wretched I am? Come on, people. What is wrong with us? Why is there a need, so much of a need in me to talk to people and show them that I'm so wretched? I'm sorry, my throat is gone. I do too much talking. That I'm so much wretched and people are out there to fool me and to in such a situation, and then everybody's hurtful, and then on top of that I get cheated, people who are cheating me. Why is there a need? You can either be, and this is what I was telling one of the people on the online class today, you can either be a warrior or you can be bichara. No warrior is bichara. If you're bichara, please know, no power under the sun will be able to get your kid anything, because you're only looking for ways to prove to yourself that you're bichara. And that happens when you're not connecting with the power within. Because if you're connecting with the power within, the very need to be a bichara in front of another well-wisher and to say, I have been cheated and this wrong has happened. That need is gone, no? So then you are in a balanced state to say, this therapist is not taking the right decisions for my kid. I need to leave. Then you leave and you go to another person, do the expectation setting, say, this is what I want. This is how I will partner you. Every human being loves the feeling of success. Every human being. Even more than money. You know, somebody gets the feeling, I did something, I succeeded. It's the biggest motivator, even more than money. I talk out of experience. So money comes second. First is, I could make a positive difference. People will work for that feeling. At least allow them that place. If you're entering into somebody's life as a therapist, like, you know, you're a parent and you're looking at that person saying, he is going to cheat me. I have been cheated 20 times. This is the 21st person. I don't have a choice. I have to go. He's going to cheat me. Imagine what energies you're giving. And then if you add that half an hour, and if that therapist, God forbid, makes a mistake, then you're like, he did it on purpose because he was here to cheat me. Where are we going, people? At the end of the day, it will gain you the sympathy from so many people, but it will make your child lose. So if that half an hour which you are wasting to think about how wretched you are, if you can simply look at what else can I do? How else can I fail with my kid? Because if you don't fail enough, you don't know your kid. So how else can I fail with my kid? How else can I take this information to the therapist and say, he learns like this. I tried 5 things. I tried this 6th thing. And then he got it. Then many parents, get to think that, then why do I need a therapist? If I have to do everything. Of course, my dear, that's your kid. Therapist is an external support. You need the therapist because your kid should not only be listening to you and not get into a rigid pattern that only when mama says or daddy says is when I listen. They need to be interacting with the outside world. So you need a therapist. But what I'm very humbly trying to say is, start looking at life like you're not punished. Start looking at life like a child with autism is a gift from the heavens because it came to make you a beautiful human being. And when you put in your 100%, universe is forced to send you people, good people, genuine people. Because you are putting in your 100%, you're in that frequency. You're in the frequency where you are a fighter. How you can meet people who are cheats? When you are cheating yourself, you're not putting in your 100%. You are spending that time on cribbing. You are meeting cheaters outside. Because you, my dear friend, are in the frequency of cheating. And when I say this with full understanding that a lot of people might even like to unsubscribe my channel, which is okay. Most welcome, because my loyalty at the end of the day is with the kids. And even if I can get this message across to 2, 3, 5 people, one person who says, I'm going to change it for my kid, Aham Brahmasmi, it starts with me. My therapist will work good because I work good. Then the purpose of this video is solved. So on that note, thank you so much for listening to me. Bye-bye. Have a good, power-packed, brilliant day. May your kids improve every single day.